and we're counting down 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello and welcome to Vibing Out, What the 90s Left Behind, the show where each week we highlight and showcase the exciting new talent in the local Perth scene. I'm your host, Robert Jackson, but you can call me Rob. On this week's episode, we will be tuning into the lives of some young aspiring Perth musicians and the venues that support them. Now, tonight, we first have our first guest on for this afternoon is Ella Melton. Please welcome Ella.
Hello.
Hi, Ella.
Hey, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Yeah,
Please
good,
take
thanks.
a seat.
Thanks.
So, Ella, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into music in the first place?
So I'm 19 years old. I live around Perth. I live south of the river, like Rockingham, Mandurah area. I've always been a country girl. Like I've grown up in Exmouth and Karratha and Carnarvon for a little bit as well. So pretty much music all started for me when I was about year 8. It's actually a funny story. I got a cold when I was younger, and I couldn't sing before it, but this cold made my voice quite raspy and like soft and stuff. And
Very country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember just like with my friends, we were all kind of like just singing, and they were like, "Oh, you can sing!" And you know, I was in like maybe year 4. They're like, "You should do the talent show." And I did the talent show up in Exmouth, and I ended up coming out in first place.
Wow.
So yeah, ever since then I've just kind of, been singing. It hasn't always been my passion until recently, but I've always kind of been singing since about year 4. So,
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And so how would you describe your style of music?
I've always found that quite a hard question. So I've always been a cover artist actually until about this year. My main thing has always been like doing like gigs around at pubs and kind of being background music. So I've always struggled a little bit with finding my own identity and like what kind of music I write and stuff. I would say a lot of people say I sound a bit Norah Jonesy, like I've got that soft sort of, but I have been getting a little bit into pop music. Yeah, as I've been writing. The more I write, the more I'm realising, I kind of suit sort of a band sort of feel, but I do also write with just me and my guitar and with that Norah Jonesy sort of style.
So was the guitar something you picked up after realising that you had a talent to sing? So you've been playing guitar for a while?
Yeah, I've been playing guitar since, just sort of chords since I was, when I did the talent show. I did it with a backing track, but the next year I did it with my guitar. So ever since then I've been, playing guitar.
Yep, right. And do you find when it comes to writing music, do you write your own music or is it just mainly covers at the moment?
At the moment, I'm writing a lot more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've always done covers, but I've put my foot down, like, no, I want to start writing a little bit more and getting myself out there through that.
Right, I see. And I've been told you're going to Whopper at the moment?
Yeah, I'm at Whopper at the moment.
And do you find studying there an exciting place to be?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's awesome. It's a good way to make connections. It's really good.
So when it comes to the writing of a song, let's say do you find it better to have the melody in your head first or the lyrics? Do the lyrics come to you first or the melody? Because a lot of people I've heard describe different ways that they actually get a song.
Yeah.
I think Dave Gilmour once said that sometimes it just falls out of the guitar, like he's playing around and one of his favourite riffs was from Wish You Were Here and it just fell out of his guitar. And that's kind of how he got that going. Yeah.
I guess since I'm quite new to writing, I've been experimenting with lots of different sort of ways. Lately I'm finding that the easiest way is to actually, I hear other songs and I think, oh, I really like the way they've done that with the bass line, or I really like what this song's about, and I kind of get inspired by other songs. So there's not like a special method that I go through, but I it will start maybe with a bass line, or it might start with a lyric line, or it might start with and I just kind of try and put it all together and see what comes out of it.
Yeah. But it's an exciting thing to, once you hear something or you have a word in your head or a lyric in your head, it's like, oh yeah, that's going to work.
My voice memos is just filled with like one-lines and like random melodies.
Do you find you walk around a lot with a notepad, or is it straight on the phone?
It's straight on the phone,
Nice.
I've got this one notes page that is huge, and it's just got one-lines. And I just go through that and go, that'd be a cool song to write.
Cool. Classic. Now, I also heard that you played at Optus Stadium, is that right?
Yes.
In front of thousands of people?
Yes, 40,000 people.
Was that for a football game or something else? Right.
So I've played there twice now.
Wow.
That's actually a bit of a funny story. So that's actually why I'm doing, like, going forward with my music, because I was, just doing cover gigs, and I never really thought myself more above that. Just kind of happy with just doing weddings and stuff every now and then. But my friend told me about this competition that the Freo Dockers were doing, and it was, so you tag the Freo Dockers and 92.9 in a Instagram, like a live Instagram post of you singing at somewhere. And I have quite a few of those, so I just kind of tagged them, and I never thought, ever in my wildest dreams, thought that I would,
Did you have to be a Dockers supporter to do this or not?
I'm a die-hard Eagles supporter. My dad was not happy. But yeah, so I just did it, and then the next day, I remember it was 11 o'clock at night, and I got this message from Freo Dockers, and I saw it, and my gut just dropped, and I was like, no, this isn't happening. And I just ignored it for about half an hour. And then I just saw it, and I was thinking in my head, I'm trying to make up all these excuses, like, no, I can't do it, because I'd just seen, oh, congratulations, you've won, and that was all I could see. And my heart...
That's all you needed to read.
And it was about 11 o'clock at night, and I just went into my parents' room and just went, so, I've just won a competition, and I'm playing at Optus Stadium in about 4 days.
Were you nervous? Obviously.
No.
You were okay?
No, I was not nervous at all. I usually get nervous when I'm performing in front of my family, and when I'm performing in front of my school with people I know, but when I've
heard that a few times. That comes up.
It just kind of seemed like everyone was just like these little dots, and you just don't really think that they're people, and you just kind of doing your own thing. It's not really that nerve-wracking. But I get more nervous doing this kind of stuff than I would.
Oh, really? Talking about yourself and that sort of thing. Yeah, absolutely. Well, questions aren't too that. They're quite easy. So who are your influences? Who did you look up to? No, I shouldn't say as a kid, you're only 19, but you know what I mean. Who did you look up to?
That's a very hard question. I would say that I haven't actually had people that I do look. I have songs that I listen to, and I'm like, oh, I wish that I wrote that song, or I wish I could write like that, or I wish... So
it's not a particular person, it's just a song you like to hear.
Yeah, I've never been someone that, like, if people ask me, like, what's your favourite band, or what's your favourite artist, I don't know, I just like songs.
I totally understand that. Speaking of songs, you're about to perform a song for us at the moment. Can you tell us quickly about that song and how it makes you feel?
Yeah, so this song was a song I wrote at WAPA. We had to write a song a little bit about love, and so it kind of started off a little bit about, it started off about my boyfriend, but I realised by the end of it, it kind of really wasn't. But it's pretty much just about someone, who's hurting, and they, but they don't really show it. But yeah, it's not about him, but it kind of originally started it, and then I realised I was like, this is about nobody.
Well, we're about to see that song now, so thank you very much for coming in. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, thank you.
So here now is Ella Melton's live studio performance.
My name is Ella Melton, and this is my song called Forever. say, the heart in your chest is so heavy, it beats through my head. I love the feeling you here with me. The wounds are healing, but I see through it all. Oh, will forever, forever, always moving forward through the deep blue water, always moving forward through the deep blue water, as big as a sea. The heart in your chest is so heavy, it beats through my head. I love the feeling when you're here with me. The wounds are healing, though I see through it all. Oh, will forever, forever, I will forever, forever.
Fantastic performance. Thank you very much, Ella, for coming in. Now I'd like to welcome into the vibing studio the duo band Joe Summers. How are you, Joe?
Good.
Thank you very much for coming in. Now, unfortunately, Emily can't join us today, so we've got one half of the duo band, I should say, Joe, joining us.
Yeah.
So, Joe, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you first got into writing songs and performing.
Sure. Essentially, I don't know, I've sort of been playing guitar for as long as I can remember. And it's sort of all I did. And did a few different things here and there, and I sort of had a bit of an existential crisis. Started last year, and I was like, wow, man, what am I going to do with my life? And then I realised that every second I play guitar, I'm incredibly happy. So if I do that as much as I can, equals happy Joe, equals
brilliant,
happy life. Yeah.
Absolutely. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you start doing something and you feel good about it, you might as well keep doing something.
That's it, yeah.
So how did the duo form?
So we're not actually a duo per se. I just started Whopper at the start of the year.
Yep.
With Emily, and we sort of just by going to uni together, I had that song going and I asked her to help sing it with me. And I guess that's one of the advantages of going to Whopper. There's just an incredible resource of people there that you can have access to.
Absolutely.
So I guess, we, not a duo per se, but sort of started playing together a little bit a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, I think, so pretty fresh.
And so as far as playing in a duo together, how was it when you first performed together in front of an audience?
Oh, it was amazing for me because it's always been guitar first for me.
Yep.
That was always my primary concern. And Emily's such an amazing singer. It feels pretty good to just sort of like take a step back and let her do all this incredible singing, and I can just focus on the guitar sort of.
That's the amazing thing, isn't it? The collaboration when it comes to that sort of thing.
That's it. And then
so you do sing as well, though, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as writing songs for yourself, I asked Ella the same question. What comes first for you as far as writing a song? Is it the melody, or is it the lyrics, or an idea?
So I guess for me it's normally 80% guitar. It's always guitar first.
Okay, yep.
But lyrics are pretty important to me as well, so I sort of do a lot of poetry, a lot of creative writing and stuff as well, so I have, similar to what Ella was saying, there's like heaps of little lines knocking around, so if I have a phrase in mind that sort of suits the tone of what I'm doing on the guitar, I sort of put them together, but yeah, mainly guitar first.
So do you find that the creative writing and the poetry, it all merges into the same sort of artistic side, really, doesn't it?
I think so. I think music is just I guess a more pleasant way to express poetry or creative writing, really, that sort of song is. So
yeah, absolutely.
All sort of similar fields.
So has there been any challenges as far as playing in a duo? So let's say beforehand you were playing guitar mostly by yourself.
Yeah.
Is there any challenges that come up when you play with?
Honestly, Rob, it's been not at all. It's been it's been really, really. Like I said, it was just this one thing that we did, but it was very. She's such an amazing musician. It was easy. I just sort of played, and she just sort of jumped on it.
Just made sense.
That easy. So
yeah, right.
But yeah, I was a little bit, I guess, intimidated by how good of a singer she was. I was like, man, I don't know if she's gonna want to sing this stuff. But yeah, it worked super easy. So. And
do you do covers as well, or is it mainly originals?
No, so not really covers. I sort of have a obviously I completely respect it, but yeah, I'm sort of more focused on trying to express what I want to say and do my own sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, and you can explore so many different things, I suppose, while doing that.
Yeah.
And does Emily also play an instrument, or just?
So she plays guitar and sings as well.
Yep.
And yeah, I think she's just sort of started similar boat to me. Like, we were doing things outside of music, but we sort of realised music's something that we're very serious about, and if you don't give it 100% and have a crack at it, it's not really going to get anywhere. So
yep.
So yeah, she plays guitar and sings as well and writes amazing songs.
Yep. Nice. Now you have a song out called Garden, is that right?
Yeah.
What's the meaning behind that song?
It's not too big, to be honest. It's sort of, there was a lady that I liked and she didn't feel the same way about me, and I was trying to find an interesting way to sort of express that, and that's pretty much what it was. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yep, and what better way to express it?
Yeah.
Oh, we've all been there.
Yeah.
And now you study, like you said before, you study at Whopper as well.
Yep.
So do you enjoy Whopper?
Yeah, it's like I said,
got a pretty good name for itself, hasn't it?
That's it. Yeah. Sort of. Everyone kept telling me for years, like, man, you got to go to Whopper, and I was like, I don't really know, but
Hugh Jackman went there.
Yeah,
go to Whopper.
Yeah, exactly.
It's our claim to fame, right?
Straight away. But no, it's awesome to be there. It's really inspiring, and you go to uni every day, and maybe in both ways, because you're inspired because what people's doing, but like if you're not working so much yourself and you go to uni and everyone's writing all these amazing songs, it sort of tells you, pull your finger out of your bum a little bit and you start working and stuff.
It gives you inspiration to keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you find, I think someone said inspiration lasts for 5 minutes sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So if you've got people around you that help you get there, it makes all the difference.
Absolutely, yeah.
I say also going for a run, the hardest part about going for a run is putting the shoes on. Once you're running, you're fine.
You're fine, yeah. I agree.
Totally. Yeah. So what do you see as far as the future goes for you guys then? I mean, obviously a strange time we're in at the moment, but looking to play gigs again as soon as possible, is that right?
So I really haven't gigged much at all, to be honest. So that was part of the Whopper experience, was to get to hone that side of stuff and learn to manage the nerves of expressing yourself in front of strangers. So but yeah, like I guess once venues are back and running, and I think they are now, just to get out there and start playing as many shows as we can. Yeah,
that's right. We're in a pretty good city.
That's it. Yeah, the whole COVID experience has really opened my eyes to how special a place Perth is, to be honest, like how lucky we are to be here.
Absolutely. Well, listen, thank you very much for coming in and talking to us, Joe.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to be back after this short break, but once again, pleasure talking to you.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
After this promotional film break.
Hello, this is Emily Hester. My name is Joe Summers, and this song is called Garden.
There's a sickness in me. The thought of her eyes will drive asleep for me. I'm cursing the southern sun and the sea, 'cause nothing in a garden grows around me. There's nothing in a garden that grows my way, it seems. I'm tending to my fields of stone. I'm hanging roses from the doorways in my home. I'm riding in storms, I'm bringing darkness down from the east. 'Cause nothing in a garden grows around me. There's nothing in a garden that grows my way, it seems.
There is a sickness in me. The thought of her eyes drives her sleep from me. I'm cursing the southern sun and the sea. There's nothing in a garden that grows around me. I'm tending to my fields of stone. I'm hanging roses from the doorways of my home. I'm riding through storms, bring the darkness down from the east. There's nothing in a garden that grows around me. There's nothing in a garden that reminds her of me. Queen of the coast, don't waste no time on me. Queen of the coast, don't waste no time on me. Queen of the coast, don't waste no time on me. Queen of the coast, don't waste no time on me. There's nothing in her garden that grows around me. There's nothing in her garden.
Thank you.
Amazing performance. Thank you very much for that, Joe. And thank you for both of you coming in today. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. Now we're just heading over quickly to a promo, and we'll be back very shortly.
I look at it like this. For me, music is the story. So if you don't have music at a venue, you're a shop to me. And if you have music, you're a shop with a story. We add the story.
Hoping we'd cross paths so I could tell you the truth.
G'day. My name's Andrew Ryan. I'm the director of Cool Perth Nights. We own and operate the North Perth's Rosemount Hotel. My innermost passion is live music. Been playing music a long time, and I made a business around it. Rosemount began on the turn of the 20th century, 1900 thereabout. It became a destination for music culture. In the 30 years since then, the stage has been, and the room has been, and the production has been, and the service, culture, marketing, feeling has been enhanced too. It's a good few decades of Rosemount Hotel being a music culture venue. For me, the most exciting part of live music in WA is mass proliferation of talent from this town. It's out of control. Our vision is to continue to cultivate to the uppermost level amazing potential artists from Perth, culminating with their performances at Rosemount Hotel.
I'm seeing silhouettes of you, and I've searched.
So there's the backyard where people can play live. And then there's 459, which is the incubator room. All the owners recognise and support this word incubator. It's probably the most well-resourced 100-cap band room. For a 100-cap, it's beautiful, and that's all about creating an environment for not just live music, but comedy, burlesque, cabaret, as well as all the genres of live music, from poetic folk to power violence hardcore. Rosemount talks to the two tiers. You got the emerging in 459 and you have the established in the main room. So for me, it's really exciting to have this hotbed, which is so fertile, and through which we can cultivate artists and make a business for ourselves in doing so. Rosemount Hotel is the sort of the pinnacle, and it's fantastic. The Rosemounts continued to invest in and build its story around local, original, and national and international music.
Just fine.
One of the peak achievements was booking Kurt Weill in the car park. When Kurt Weill played the car park, that was incredible. It was a Sunday night. There was no wind at all. The moon was out, and it was a truly metaphysically magic evening. It sounded so good because the air was moving, and that was probably the best thing we've done here in terms of I can't believe we pulled it off.
That's awesome.
Perth music community have a very high standard that they set for themselves. For whatever reason, a slightly higher standard they set for themselves in terms of uniquity, the identity of their music being their own, and a broad representation across all the genres. There's so many varieties of genres catered for here in Perth that are authentically fitted out by people who just set the bar really high to themselves. And it's an intergenerational, intergenre universe all its own at Rosemount Hotel. It makes more of a commitment to live music. It's better than everywhere else. So I think it's a classic place. It's got class, it's got fun, it's got high standard, it's clean, it's neat, it's professional, it's classic.
Okay, welcome back. In the studio here today we have had Ella and Joe. Once again, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Now, just to wrap up here, you're both hoping to be playing at venues fairly soon. Do you have favourite places you like to go, or areas in Perth that you like to be performing, or you're happy just to perform anywhere?
Well, as I said before, I do a lot of gigs. I do more gigs than I should be writing and recording and stuff. But I would love to play at the Rosemount. Is one place I haven't played yet. I think we're doing our end of year WAPA recital there.
I've heard good things about the Rosemount.
Yeah, it's really cool. But I have played a lot of gigs around Perth and at Mojo's and Indie Bar and a lot down south. But yeah, I don't know about Joe.
Yeah, I think I'm a Freo local, and I think Mojo's is the holy land for us. It's what everyone goes there and plays there. So Mojo's will be great, and Freo Arts Centre as well. On a Sunday arvo is pretty amazing.
Yep, right.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, Freo is a good little scene. So is Scarborough as well. Okay, thank you very much for coming in once again. Now, on next week's episode, we explore marine biology inside the Perth scene. We look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for vibing out with us.